Top 10 Real Facts About Titanic, We Bet You Didn't Know. Number 1, True Love Story on Titanic. The love story happened for real on Titanic. The co-owner of Macy's department store and his wife Ida were a first-class passenger. While the ship was sinking, he refused to sit beside his wife on the last lifeboat. He made sure that all women and children board first while she stepped off the lifeboat and refused to leave without him. Number 2, Titanic's sink was predicted before. A book predicted about its sink 14 years before it happened. 14 years before it sank, Morgan Robertson wrote the novel. It was about the ship Titan, which was unsinkable, that would hit an iceberg in the northern Atlantic. Both had one thing in common, that they did not have enough lifeboats for the passengers and crew members too. Number 3, largest passenger ship. The RMS Titanic was the world's largest passenger ship when it entered service. Measuring 269 meters, 882 feet, in length, and the largest man-made moving object on Earth. Number 4, only 20 lifeboats. The ship could hold 64. Many lifeboats were sent before they were full. There were only 28 people on the first lifeboat, but the capacity was 65 people. Number 5, casualties reported during construction. There were 246 injuries and 2 deaths recorded during the ship's 26-month construction in Belfast. Number 6, luxuries on board the cruise. There were 20,000 bottles of beer on board, 15,000 bottles of wine and 8,000 cigars. All for the use of first-class passengers. While facilities on board included a gym pool, Turkish bath, a kennel for first-class dogs, and a squash court. It even its own board newspaper, the Atlantic Daily Bulletin. Number 7, Titanic was warned prior. On April 14, 1912, the Titanic radio operators were warned 6 times about the drift ice in the North Atlantic. Number 8, richest man on the ship. John Jacob Astor was the richest passenger on board, with a net worth of around $85 million, approximately $2 billion today. Legend has it that once the ship hit the iceberg, he exclaimed, "I had asked for ice, but in such quantities." Number 9, ship's baker survived. Charles Jockin, who was a baker on the ship, was among the survivors. He spent 2 hours in water before being rescued. He mentioned that he drank a lot of whiskies beforehand. Number 10, all on-board engineers gave their lives. All the engineers gave their lives just to save others. Every engineer went down with the ship. They stood behind the passengers so that they could escape.